California Cosmetics is the #1 growing aesthetics brand in the nation. We are known all over the world for being leaders in non-surgical enhancements. My husband and I started the empire 6 years ago with no previous book of business. What was the reason for our record-breaking success, you may wonder? Hard work, determination, creativity, and of course, amazing results. When we created this brand, we saw an opportunity to make aesthetics sexy and mainstream. We were confident that we could transform this sterile hush-hush industry and make it sexy and in your face, literally. We're not only on a mission to make enhancements socially acceptable and non-taboo, but mostly we're committed to remaining pioneers in an ever-evolving industry. Oh, and sharing all of the inside deets with you. Welcome to another episode of Champagne and Caviar. I think I'm extra excited because not only do I have my business partner Alisha here today with me, we have just some exciting news, a little gossip, and as always, some specials to offer you where I think you're gonna be pretty happy. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I'd like to cheers to all of our amazing hard work and success. I couldn't have done it without you.
Oh.
You are my partner in crime, my other brain. And we will continue to rule the world for many years to come.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're never gonna age.
Never.
I really knew that Alisha and I could be business partners when she told me that her favorite movie growing up was Death Becomes Her. We need to clip in a picture of Death Becomes Her in this.
Yes.
Because
Well, and how many years have we talked about doing it for Halloween? It's the funny, here we are bandaging each other together,
yes,
fix yourself,
Yeah.
And then we have
and they're
Dr.
gonna push you down the stairs and your head's gonna go backwards.
And
it's
then
gonna be
Dr.
so
B's can
amazing.
just keep eating and getting fluffy.
Yeah, and
then,
being a crazy doctor and all those things. So we are so excited to have you today. We have a lot to talk about. Our first topic that we wanted to bring up to you is some shady ass bitches that we have been dealing with lately, and I want to expose them because they deserve it. But I didn't tell you guys, we are filming this on April 1st. So, April Fools!
Joke's on you.
There will be no discussion of shady bitches because
Hopefully we got everyone so excited and you're watching us now. And so I think maybe 1 million followers will just all of a sudden come from this.
Yeah, they will, because you thought we were going to talk about the shady bitches, but we genuinely do not really care and never have cared about anyone who is
I also
us.
think it's a really good time, Leah, to we are such strong females, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And when we start to think about things and we, as you will say, don't manifest that, manifest this, right? And I think that that's such a huge part of our everyday that people don't even know that and realize that about us. Everything that we put out there is let's try and be positive, let's do this. We have so many people that are influenced by us, and I think that it's a huge part of this situation that we're in right now, but to manifest the positivity, right?
Well, yeah, and for us, we've never focused on what isn't happening in California Cosmetics, and that isn't happening in California Cosmetics as far as those people. And to be honest, we breed positivity, we're about women empowerment. That is not, so for us to even take the time to waste our breath on talking about something that doesn't even matter, it's just not my style. It's not our style. And so let's get in.
What does matter?
What matters is that it's April Fools and we actually fooled you guys. I hope we really did.
But wait.
And then secondly,
it's April 1st. And for those of you that know this one, she is an Aries 100%.
Yes.
And it's her birthday month.
Yay!
So let's start this birthday month off right.
Ooh, an unboxing?
Yay!
I love gifts. That is something I will never be mad or sad about. Look at what I have here. The box that everybody wants to see. That logo. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I love them. You guys, these are totally me. Look at how cute these are. Oh, Alisha, you know me so well.
Hello.
She gave me some sandals for Christmas, and I've worn them to.
Well, so those of you that know me as well know that I'm like to get dressed up.
Love you.
Crazy all the time wearing heels. My feet are gonna break, and I love me some slides.
Well, plus she's like 5'10", so she doesn't even need heels. Us shorter people need them. Thank you so much. Yes. So being my birthday month, this episode has some of that wrapped into it because I love to give gifts. I want everybody to feel loved and happy all the time, and so I'm giving you guys a gift on my birthday month, and that is that we're offering a birthday sale, and it's a big one because this year I'm turning 40, which also goes into some of the other things we'll be talking about aging and what you can do at certain ages to look fabulous, to feel beautiful, and to feel confident. So with the birthday sale being told, we are doing looks that are going to include 2 syringes with Botox at a price that you really have never ever seen before.
Ever.
I know, she was killing me. She's like, you're going to offer it at this? I'm like,
what are we doing?
Yes, it's my birthday. I want everyone to get the best price possible. On top of Allie double points for this month, on top of rebates and everything else, you'll be saving so much money, and you'll be getting to enjoy the packages and procedures that I love the most. That's kind of what it's based around, all the things that I've done recently to stay youthful and to prepare for my 40th birthday, which I had to look amazing. If I don't, shame on me. Okay, I don't want you to think if you're not 40 or turning 40 that these packages aren't for you. We designed these packages to basically cater to every age demographic that we treat at California Cosmetics. So I want to go into, if you're 20 years old, what are some of the things that you can do to prolong your youthful appearance? And the first thing I would mention is Botox. Botox is a skin softener. Botox doesn't make you look different. It just makes your skin look flawless, helps your makeup lay perfectly, and to me that's where I started, and I think that's where anyone in their 20s should start. Secondly, volume deficiency. It can happen. Smile lines, maybe your lips aren't as plump as you want. It's okay to do these things in your 20s because over time it does go away. You return to yourself or your original self. You'll never want to, but it's things that you can do that are minimal, that aren't really changing your appearance. It's just giving you a little volume and smoothing your skin. Also, facials. So facials are something that you should be doing from your teenage years on, because through facials we're able to really extract the pores, we're able to infuse amazing ingredients that are healthy for the skin, and you're taking good care of something that you can't replace, your skin. You only get one skin. I've always told people that. Don't neglect your skin. And skincare. So with that being said, all of those things have been put together in these packages. Any of these packages will embrace any of those treatments. And the cool part is, actually this was your idea, that the syringes that are in these packages, we didn't want to just like narrow you down to one thing. So you can actually pick any syringe you want in these packages with a decent amount of Botox, enough for anyone in their 20s, and yeah, voila, these packages can be for you too. And now moving into the 30s. I know, the 30s is like where things start changing a little bit, so you kind of get a little more aggressive.
Well, do you remember when everyone used to say to you, like, okay, just wait till you turn 30, right?
Yeah.
So the cool thing for me being that I've been in this business for 21 years, and I did start young. I started in my 20s like you, and a lot of people would kind of say, like, why are you doing Botox so young? You don't need it. And, I have friends now at my age, 40s, I beat you.
Thank God.
They're like, okay, Alisha, what, I now look like this. And, my first response to everyone is always like, oh, and you made fun of me when I was in my 20s doing Botox.
Yeah.
But when I was in my 30s, I remember waiting for this like bomb to go off. Like I hit 30 and I'm like, all right, my face is going to just die or something.
You're like, I'm not going to be the same.
But the beauty of it was that I did prevent my, just being Caucasian, thin skin. Unfortunately, I felt like I was like the girl next door in my 20s, right? And then 30s hit, and I'm like, okay, I'm really dry. But so 30s, I would say, is where I really noticed that volume deficiency. So, under eyes. I think I actually started doing my under eyes when I was about 34, and then just little volume in the jawline, that kind of stuff. But the beauty is that I maintained myself from my younger age, where I just kind of fine-tuned these itty-bitty little things.
It wasn't like a major amount of product you had to use, because you had been just doing things all along.
Small things, correct.
Small things. Like we had mentioned, the 20s, Botox, facials, and minimal filler. These are all small amounts that just could be maintained.
30s, I would say, also is when my sun damage started coming out. So for me, being so fair, living in Orange County and thinking that I could tan when the reality was I couldn't.
Well, and they say it takes 10 years for damage to actually come to the surface, because there's so many layers of the skin. So things may be kind of hidden for a while, but as time goes on, these start rising to the surface, and now all of a sudden,
I would say it's like a tea kettle, right?
Yeah,
it's just boiling in our 20s, and then it kind of like, okay, 30s. But so for me, 30s was really kind of more so taking care of my skin. So I started doing lasers. For me, being fair skin, IPLs. We'll show you my before and after.
We don't want to scare the people. Just kidding.
For those of you that have seen it. So before, it was, my skin was just, it was typically, it was your normal, I'd say, Southern California skin, which was sun damage and very, starting to get crepiness, that kind of stuff. So for me, lasers. IPLs, they're phenomenal. In your 30s is when you should really start trying to, if you have that damage, reverse it. And then you need to maintain it. So skincare is huge. And this is what I say to a lot of our patients, where if you're not doing the basics at home, that is where you need to start. Coming into an office and doing a medical grade facial and spending, $200-$300, it's wonderful and it feels phenomenal. But if you're not doing the basics at home, I really encourage people to start there. Get on a good skincare
it's like
regimen.
going to the gym once every 3 months.
Right.
It's not going to do anything. The skin is smart. It's the largest organ on your body, or in your body. It's not in, but it's your largest organ. It's a living, breathing organism. Like, it needs to be fed. It needs to be taken care of, just like anything else. So skin, like I said, it's your only skin. So if you just treat it like crap, and now all of a sudden you're trying to reverse all these things, and the integrity is poor, you're going to have a bad result, unfortunately, and it's going to take a lot more effort. So
to fix it,
so don't just treat a problem when it comes, like prevent the problem. And I think that's, like, you have great skin, and that obviously shows the work before into it.
Right, exactly. And that's so I think that with our packages that we're offering for your birthday month, this is where it's going to be great, because again, in your 20s, you don't need tons of filler. You don't have a lot of deficiency in volume, but maybe it's you want that fun treatment and you want to get your lips done for the first time. And your smile lines. So that's great for 20s. Our packages that we are offering for, say, your 30s, maybe you need a little bit more. Maybe you have like that little indentation here on your jawline, and you do want to do that fun treatment, your lips. And then maybe it is that you want to start maybe adding a little to your cheeks. So we have options for your 30s where you might want to incorporate a couple additional syringes, but the beauty is that you're not stuck on the syringe that is set in a package. So all of the packages that we're offering and doing for Lea's birthday month are customized to your specific needs.
Which is how we built California Cosmetics to start, is everything is customized. You don't come in and the same lip augmentation we did on the girl before, we're doing on you. So let's talk about what we can do in our 40s to maintain our youthful appearance and look and feel fabulous. So one of the things that I think a lot of people forget about is the kind of weird fat pockets that show up as you start aging. Certain areas start kind of changing, sagging. I am actually going to be doing body Kybella. I'm really excited. I've done it before on my jawline, but now I'm going to be treating my abdomen. I also have some cellulite that I'm going to be treating, and so we're going to invite you guys in, obviously, for that whole experience and that whole treatment. And that's something that I think a lot of people don't realize, that you can use Kybella not only for facial fat, but also for body fat, and it's a permanent solution. So along with Cool Sculpting and Kybella, you can not fear to be in a bathing suit or to have those odd areas that start just developing for no reason.
Well, and they're also like, you know, some people don't realize the beauty of aesthetics, where you can actually fix something you don't like, right?
Yeah.
But the beauty of Kybella is that you can customize the area.
Yeah, it's spot treating. So
right.
it's like I just had this weird pouch after I had my son that just never went away, and it's like this little fat pocket, and I'm like, I don't have to have that, and it bothers
lumps,
me.
like below your butt, or in the bra area.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's just like these weird pockets of fat that if they were just slightly lessened, you'd feel 100% better.
Right,
that may sound crazy, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to be doing the body Kybella. And I think that is something that you will enjoy because it is on sale. And with these packages, the more you buy, the more you save. So you're able to do body treatments and not feel like you spent $1 million.
Right.
The next thing is one of my favorites, and that is filler. Obviously, with these filler packages, you can treat any areas on the face, because when you become 40, the sleeping patterns you've had,
okay, can we talk about that
the bad like sun that you've been exposed to.
But the sleeping patterns, you've got to tell people how important it is.
Well, yeah, because you sleep on your face when you're like 3, and you have like this pillow of fat and like and collagen that's just like bounces back when you stand up. As you age, you sleep in that same position for 40 years, girl, you're gonna have a dent and a crease down the side of your face.
Yep.
That face side is gonna look different than that side, and people are like, but I want to sleep on. Force yourself to sleep on your back, but it's saying
hard,
this, but I've slept on my side for so many years.
I wake up in the morning sometimes and I'm like, damn it, Alicia, why did you sleep on your face last night? So I'm gonna give you guys a challenge, because this is something we ask in the office all the time. Dr. B and I can literally look at somebody and be like, well, you sleep on your right side, and they're like,
yeah, they're like,
how did you know?
Yeah.
We're like, we're a camera in your house, just kidding. But people don't realize how important it is to sleep on your back. So I'm challenging you to look at your face, and obviously you know what side you're sleeping on, and I promise you, the side that you sleep on, your opposite side is your favorite side that you take all of your photos. So when you do a selfie or you do anything else, that is your good side. So that a lot of people just don't realize, like, oh,
well, you just don't realize because you've done it for so long, but 40 years of doing the same thing is going to have an effect. Like, it's just the way it is. So, filler is going to help with those areas, filling in hollowness, helping with asymmetry from pressure or sleeping. Mm-hmm. So obviously these packages are going to have filler. That's a given. Botox is a must in your 40s. It's actually a must in your 30s, but if you skipped it or forgot about it,
we add more areas.
More.
I mean, it's definitely
you're gonna need a whole vial. That sounds bad, but it's the truth, and it shouldn't be bad because it's not bad. You're treating areas that are starting to change. The neck becomes different, the jawline, the under eyes, the skin. All of those areas can have Botox. The knees. I think that's probably one of my new favorites, because when you turn 40, the knees go
creepy
down and they become crepey. And you can Botox your knees, and it tightens the skin and makes it look way better. So, Botox is a must, filler is the must. Now let's talk about the skin. Laser and microneedling. Now, Morpheus 8 is a radio frequency microneedling treatment that goes deeper and is more aggressive than your typical microneedling pin. That is going to tighten, it's going to firm, and it's going to help produce collagen in the skin. It basically is a remodeling of your skin, which you need in your 40s. Your skin does change. Even if you've been taking care of it like I have, there will be things that are inevitable. So we need to make sure that we're doing, no matter what you're aging, right? You're being exposed to the elements, the sun, pollution, just anything that's gonna age you.
Well,
which is
especially if you've
it's like everyone's against
the free
us,
radicals,
like the free radicals.
Yeah.
I just want to like hide in my closet and not come out. Okay, but I have to.
I mean, your closet.
Wait, I have to come out of the closet. I did right now. All right, here we go. I'm coming out. So yeah, I mean, and lasers. You guys know I've been a huge laser fan forever. So basically, in your 40s, you are going to want to become on a treatment plan. You are going to want to get on a treatment plan that is going to encompass all non-surgical procedures. And I'm telling you, if you do this consistently in your 40s, you're going to be able to avoid that facelift. You're going to be able to avoid those surgical procedures that everybody just really doesn't like. And it's not that you may not have them eventually, but you're going to prolong that process. Right. And you're going to feel confident that you don't need to go under the knife to feel youthful, to look youthful. Okay, so that brings me into our next point.
One thing I want to say about that, though, is, it's also, nobody wants to have this drastic change. It's like maintaining yourself throughout the years.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, wow, I love, and I use Cindy Crawford as my example all the time. Mm-hmm. Cindy Crawford is somebody that has taken care of herself for all of her years of being in the camera, right? Mm-hmm. Or in the spotlight. And you just don't know what she does. Because it's very natural still. Mm-hmm. She doesn't change what she appears to be. Mm-hmm. And she's just stayed youthful. So it's kind of like there's no drastic change. And I think that's the biggest thing, where sometimes when patients come into the office and they're like, I'm tired, I see it on my face, everyone asks me what's wrong,
that's not cool.
And it's kind of like, just fix it, right? Yeah. And it's kind of overwhelming at that point.
Well, and it is going to be more dramatic versus if it was done just over time.
Slowly maintained.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, like I like my look to be extra. Alisha does too. She's gonna act like she's natural, but
I'm natural. I'm perfectly natural.
She's just saying those things, but we kind of like them more accentuated, and that's okay to want that, because guess what? If I want to change that when I turn 45, maybe I don't want this anymore. Maybe these lips are too big for me.
Or soften them if you just wanted to soften them. If it wasn't so dramatic.
Altered and changed. Right. And it's just such the beauty, because it goes with the trend, it goes with the seasons of your life, and we all know we have seasons of our lives. So, 40 years old, one of the things that Alisha and I thought would be so amazing is this new plan that we've put together, this new opportunity.
So our amazing new program that we're offering in the office is to really help you not feel overwhelmed. So if you're a first timer, or if you've been with us from the beginning, this is something that you can put into your budget, and you can know exactly what the plan is for the next year. Mm-hmm. I think that a lot of our patients' biggest fear, coming into the office, it's like, it's exciting, but then it's like, what all am I going to need?
Well,
right?
that, and then how am I going to maintain it? Is it going to cost me this every time?
Correct.
And it becomes like overwhelming.
It really does.
People want to give up, and it doesn't have to be like that.
Especially people that unfortunately haven't taken care of their skin in their 20s and their 30s, or not just, skin and face in general. So it's something that when you come in, you can know what's going to happen for the year to come.
Or if you need financing, if you don't, when to deposit the funds, when to,
or when you're going to
kiss your husband and have sex with him so that he can give you some money in your account. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts to this. So I think it's like one of those things where we should be able to know the future of what our face is going to require and how to save up for it.
Right. So basically, you'll come into the office and you will have a customized treatment plan for you, just catered to whatever it is that you need. You'll meet with me personally. I've been in the business for 21 years. So, did I just give my age away?
You don't look that age, so it doesn't matter. Remember? It's just a number.
So you will come into the office, and Dr. B and I will come up with a customized treatment plan for you for the year to come, and we will set your appointments, and you will have an estimate where you will actually know what it is that you are spending each time, and that you can just kind of look forward to and continue to maintain the youthfulness throughout the year, where it's not this roller coaster. And that's the biggest thing I tell our patients is like, let's not get on this roller coaster. Let's make our roller coaster where it's a lot like just like this. We're not going to our worst to get back to our
stomach
best,
drops,
right?
Because we know how much we have to spend.
Right. So it's a lot cheaper to maintain, guys. And I think that's my biggest suggestion for you is maintain throughout the years. And then even when you you decide to start doing aesthetic treatments, maintain it from there out. Don't come into the office once a year, because it is a lot more. But rest assured that maybe you spent a lot of money this time in the office. If you come back in 3 months, it's going to be way less than that, I promise.
For sure. And you guys can sign up to have this personalized treatment plan created by Dr. B and Alisha by calling our call center, texting our call center, and you can just text Alisha, Dr. B. They'll know exactly what plan that you're wanting, and they will set you up with those appointments and get you going on your yearly treatment plan. So this concludes our episode. I cannot believe that I got to be embraced. What is the word when you're not embraced? That I was blessed with your presence, because you're so busy running the office, doing everything, assisting Dr. B, and being a boss lady that you are. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for always believing in the brand and being a partner to me. You're like a sister, and I am just so happy to have you as a business partner. We will rule the world forever.
Always.
I think we should cheers to that.
Absolutely.